Hey, what is up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to my video. Today, we're going to be looking at Titano and we're going to be analyzing how our bag has been doing. We're going to be looking at the chart, and moreover, we're going to be thinking about the long-term longevity of the project and whether we think it is still worth holding on to the project or not. So, right off the bat, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in my previous video about Titano, but I absolutely love their color scheme for their website. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Right off the bat, we're gonna go in here. We're just gonna let this load real quick. Now we can see that the market cap has dropped significantly to that 44 million market cap, and the Titano price is also quite down. Now, if you guys remember in my previous video, which is also my strategy for Titano, make sure you guys do go and have a look at this. I will leave a little banner right above where you guys can click it to look at the video. As can be seen, a lot of people obviously did like this video as it got nearly 1,000 views, which I'm very grateful for. So thank you very much. And but if we actually go ahead and look at the video, we can see that the UI has been changed on the website. But at this time, the market cap was $161 million. The market cap obviously has gone down 1/4 since this video. And we can see the price at the top right was approximately almost 13 cents. And the price is now 9 cents. So we have kind of dipped a significant amount. The APY, obviously, as you guys know, is the same because of the fact that it is a fixed protocol, meaning that the APR is never going to change. The APR, meaning approximately 1.5% every day, is going to be granted every day regardless of the Titano price. That token will be minted and provided to the token holders, so people that have Titano, regardless of what happens. Now, what is new since this video? So in the last 2 weeks, what has changed? Well, we can see, first of all, they've introduced the play option. Now, what is play? How does it work? Should you get involved or not? Here, essentially what you would do is you would insert your Titano, you would put in your Titano, deposit it, earn a reduced APY, right? So you would get a little bit less than the obviously what you get here. However, it grants you the opportunity to be able to win an award every 3 days, I believe it is. We'll check that right now just to make sure, right? Now, otherwise, the project has been running well, but I want to kind of jump into the Discord, guys, before we jump into the price chart and before we look into whether or not I believe in Titano and whether I'll be holding my assets. I want to jump into the Discord just to show you guys what they've kind of been doing so far. So if we look at Titano, first of all, announcements and Twitter are more or less the same thing because they always put their announcements in their tweets, which is really good because it shows an active Twitter community. And we can see that this was the third play contest that was completed. Here, 1 second. Let's have a look at the more recent one. So this is actually today, just about 30 minutes ago, where they announced Titano Play winners. Now, that what happens is essentially at the beginning of Titano Play, they had it to where it was only 3 people that would win. However, now it's 10 addresses that win. And you can see that the grand prize was $167,000, which is a considerable amount. And 10 people won, each person winning $16,000. Obviously, this is a great introduction to the project, and we like seeing more innovative things being brought into a project. Now, as you guys know, Titano in itself is the first of its kind. It is not a fork, but there are forks being made of Titano. So make sure you guys are cautious of that, and make sure you guys figure out which forks are good and which forks are not good. I have made a video in regards to a Titano fork named Oranos. I'll also leave a banner above, which is a smaller version of Titano that just recently started on the Phantom network. Make sure you guys do check that out. It is doing really well. The devs are keeping their promises as well. And obviously, that's something very important to me because I do mention active communities a lot. Now, if we look at my Titano holdings, we can see here, if we go to my account, I have 15,000 Titano. I have not sold since my video. If we look at my holdings here, you guys can see it was 10,000. So in the last 2 weeks, we got approximately 50% of tokens more because of the compounding effect, which is absolutely beautiful. You guys can see we got, actually it's more or less 4,500, which is still 45% more tokens. However, as we can see, the price dropping is severely detrimental to the overall gains that we had. Now, if we look at the actual documentations, we'll go to Dex Screener, guys, and we'll look at Titano. All right, Titano WBNB. We can see that more recently we reached at 14 cents right here, and that was on the 26th of January, so just a few days ago. And then from then we've been steadily kind of dropping straight down. Now the reason for this is uncertain. We are not sure, or me personally, I am not sure why this drop is happening, but I am assuming it's because of the high interest rate, right? Make sure, like, you guys need to understand, when projects have such high APRs where they're giving more than 1% every day, it's very difficult to sustain that because it's a compounding effect, right, guys? So as soon as it becomes a compounding effect, it's not actually 1% a day. After 10 days, it becomes much more. The whole understanding of, like, think about it, guys. In the last 2 weeks, I've gotten 45% of my tokens. That should, if the price was stable, that would be almost a 50% gain in my initial investment in 14 days. That's insane. That's doubling your money almost every 3 weeks. That's obviously something that might not be sustainable, because a lot of people are dumping their tokens. They're like, oh my God, I've gotten 40-50%, so let me just dump my tokens. And funnily enough, one of my friends, his name is Marco, shout out to Marco, he did tell me to sell around here, around this 13.5 cents mark. He told me to sell some of my tokens, take out my initial, or at least sell $250, because my initial investment was 1,000, out of which I've already taken out 500. He did tell me to take out some money here, and at that time my portfolio was worth around $1,800 or $1,800. So you can see, even though we've gained so many Titano tokens, our value has actually dropped from that 1,800 down to 1,300. Now if we look at here, we can see that our token value was approximately $1,300 at this time. You guys can see right here, so it was $1,319. So what did we actually gain in the last 2 weeks? We gained $80, right? Which is still a good amount. Don't get me wrong. $80 on $1,000 investment, that's 8%. 8% in a matter of 2 weeks is brilliant in all conventional traditional investment understanding, right? If you could make 8% every 2 weeks, and you tell that to any general person or any boomers that they're there, they would jump for joy. But considering the fact that it did pump up a lot more, it would have been smarter for me to take out a larger capital out. However, with that being in mind, it is visible right now. I'm making $26 every day, and my balance is $1,400, out of which I only need to take out $500 in order to get my initial back. So am I going to be selling right now? No. Right now, let's talk about the long-term longevity of the project. Essentially, I'm not going to be selling my tokens now. Why won't I be selling my tokens now? Because first of all, I do believe that the price is going to come back up. Let's look at the 4-hour chart, guys, or even if we look at the daily chart here, we can see that ever since it has crossed this line, right, this 9 cents line, we've always kind of came back up. We came up here, we came down, and then we kind of came up here to that 14 cents, and we came down, then we came up here. Now, although this chart does not look the best, I personally do think that we do have a chance to come back at least up to this 12% mark right here. All right, guys. And with that in mind, even if we do, you shouldn't always do chart analysis on such low tokens. But if we actually have a look at this, we could see, oops, wrong way, guys. If you do the fib tracement, for example, we could see that I'm not sure why this fib's like this. There you go. But you could see that we bounced, and in my honest opinion, I think we'll struggle to get above that 10 cents mark. But as soon as we do get back above that 10 cents mark, I think it'll be brilliant to at least see, 12 cents. And that's my personal opinion on it, and that's why I'll be holding my Titano holdings. I will be out of town for the next few days as well, so might as well let it just keep growing. And once I'm back, I will, however, try to take out my initial, which is another $500, because I already took out 500. And that's the name of the game, right, guys? So take out your initial and then let the rest ride. And I played myself this time, right? Even though that is my strategy and that is what I always do, this is the one time where I actually played myself and I didn't take profits because I thought it was going to go higher. Let this be a lesson, right? We have to always make sure that we learn from our mistakes. So let this be a lesson that, I could have had another $400 or $500 extra, but I lost that $400. However, this is a small investment anyways. It's only 1,000 US, so it's not a lot of money, but it's still a lesson to be learned for future projects. Now, I'm not going to make this video any longer, guys, than it needs to be. So that's going to be it. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe if you like these kind of videos. Let me know if you want me to do any update videos on my other projects, such as Charge DeFi or Hour or any of those. I still hold a big bag, or at least a relative sized bag on those projects. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. Otherwise, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching and have yourselves a good day. Peace.